Hey, it's JC. Welcome to Urban Knife Guy, where we explore the urban lifestyle and jungle survival. We're out in the jungle once again, and today I'm going to share with you the comparisons between two E2s or entrenching tools, basically foldable shovels or spades. One is from SOG and the other is from Glock. First, if you watch this channel regularly but have not subscribed, please do so to help the channel out. And if you'd like to support the channel even more, do check out my shop links in the pinned comment or description. You can even join as a channel member. Thanks a lot. Alright, so I've got two E2s here, or entrenching tools. Back in my days in the army, and if you ask any of the older Singapore army boys, they would tell you the horrors of the E2 that we have. Basically, we would get a stick and then an ET plate, and it'd be two separate items. They weigh probably about 2 kg altogether. They'll be separated, and then you have to carry them in your pack, and when you got outfield, you had to assemble it by slotting the plate onto the stick, and then you use that as your chungle to dig your shell scrape or your trench. It was not an easy tool to use. You would need gloves. If not, you would get blisters, and you have to worry about the plate slipping off the stick when you're using it. So ET tools or E2s have come a long way, and we've got two offerings over here. As mentioned, this is from SOG, this is Glock. Now, in terms of weight, the Glock is 657 grams or 23.2 ounces, and this SOG is 694 grams or 24.5 ounces. So this, while smaller in size, is actually slightly heavier than the Glock, and you actually feel it in the hand as well when it's opened up. All right, let's look at them one at a time. So you do get this pouch. Now, for both pouches, they are generally not high quality nylon pouches. You just get a belt loop like that. If you were to get this and you just carry this in your pack, that's absolutely fine. But if you want to put it on your belt or your pack, you'll probably get a different kind of pouch. So here's the SOG. Let's get that out. As you can see, it's really compact, right? That's my palm. You can see. So from that point of view, in terms of size, I think that works really well. Now, to extend it, you just need to make sure that this collar is loosened, and then you will be able to extend the tool. All right, so that's tightening. So loosen the collar, and that would loosen it enough so that you can extend this, and you can extend this two ways. So you can extend this fully so that it's like a shovel or a spade, and then for a chunkle you can do it this way. Now notice this pickaxe will actually stick out when you put this 90 degrees. Now if you were to fold this down, which might make sense from a safety point of view, and you tighten it up, just due to the design, this actually would be loose, so would probably fail, and it's not just good for the joints. So when you do have it at that 90-degree angle, you need to open up the pickaxe. So that's just a safety concern, because this is sticking out. Now imagine you are grabbing it like that and you are going to dig into the ground. Just make sure that this doesn't come up to hit your head. So that's important to note. Now, in terms of usage, now this is small, compact, but very mighty. So a lot of the force is concentrated on the head, so making it very easy. And this handle allows you to use two hands to chunkle when you need. And then when you need to dig as a spade, you can just hold this handle over here and straighten this out and dig it out. So I think that design is quite well thought out, and it's good. In terms of points of failure, maybe only two, one here and one here, but this collar seems very secure, and unless it loosens over time, I think it's actually going to be pretty good. I'll talk about the functionality in just a bit after I just show you the different features of both. So here we have the Glock bag. Again, very simple bag. There are more buckles over here so you can strap it to your pouch, but again, I would probably buy a dedicated pouch, one for E2s that's of better quality. Now the Glock, although is much larger, as you can see, it does feel lighter. So the handle is not metal. It's using that polymer that Glock is known for their weapons. And to unscrew, you just turn this and you can extend it out, and then you tighten it. Okay, so tighten it anti-clockwise, And over here you can see there's a knob, so you can fully extend it out like a spade by turning it. Let's try it. Okay, must be some mud or dust inside. Yeah. Okay, so once you loosen that, you can open this up and then you can tighten it here, so it's a spade. Or again, for the chunk hole feature, turn it 90 degrees, feel that click in, and then you tighten it up. And that holds in place very well. Now you can see in terms of size, big difference. So this very easy to use because of the size, but it does mean that if you are digging, let's say, a small trench, you're gonna dig up much more material from the ground than you need compared to this. I should mention that there is a root cutter here. So this isn't really a saw, it's a root cutter. As you're digging, you're often going to encounter roots that you might need to saw. For the Glock, it's pretty cool. Inside the handle, this cap comes out and there's a saw blade here. So this is a push saw, and you would put it in here just like that, and then you take the cap, go over, tighten it, and that locks in place. And now you have that root saw, push cut root saw, to get rid of roots as you are digging. So that's a really nice feature. Now I should mention that this saw is meant for roots. You have to get used to the push cut feature, but if I have to compare it, of course, to a silky saw, no comparison whatsoever. But it's good that it has this feature built in. I wouldn't use the saw to saw like a tree down. That would be really tough. Now, comparing the two, which would be better, which would you use? Well, it depends what you need to use it for. If you are digging, let's say, a Dakota fire or large holes, maybe a latrine, then definitely this Glock E2 will work better because it's larger, it's got that larger surface area. As you straighten this out, you have more real estate to step on this like a spade to dig in. So that makes it really easy to use. And just because it's longer as well, you then have more leverage as you swing down and to dig. Now the SOG is much more compact. It also means that if you're in tight spaces, especially in the jungle where there may be trees all around and you're digging a trench and you need to maneuver around tight spaces, this actually works very well because it is smaller. And if you only want to dig like small trenches or small holes, this works very well because a lot of force is concentrated on this small blade head. So it's more controlled, and you do not need to remove so much material if you do not need to remove that material. Weight wise, they're almost about the same, although this feels lighter. But this, as you can see, is much more compact. It's much smaller if you're going to keep it in a pouch on your belt or in your pack. Although I would not say that this is so big to the point that it becomes cumbersome. This still is very compact. I think price wise, the Glock is probably almost twice the price of the SOG, so that might be a comparison or a factor for you when you think about buying it. But overall, I think both are good. Both are different, so I can't say one is better than the other. It really depends what you're doing. I mean, if I want to do a Dakota fire pit or dig a latrine, then definitely I want to have this Glock 2. But if I'm just doing, simple task of building, maybe digging a trench, digging a small channel for a project, then this will work fine as well. So overall, it's tough to say which is better. I think both have their pros and cons. But personally, I think a bigger tool can always do what a smaller tool can do. A smaller tool can't always do what a bigger tool can do. And when you're in the jungle, you think about energy efficiency. You want to conserve energy. You do not want to use as much water by losing fluid through perspiration and then replenishing by drinking. So sometimes the bigger tool, which is more efficient in your task, may actually be the better choice. But let me know what you think. Do you have either of these e-tools, and do you prefer one over the other? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like the content in general, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.